Sophia here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop. I am here to feature 7 new items plus 4 jewelry items from my own stash going into the shop live tomorrow, Friday, July the 11th at 5 p.m. I have crystal, fine bone china, pottery, royal Worcester, lots of Mikasa and Bohemian glass to feature today, plus some items, vintage jewelry pieces, again from my own stash. Yeah, I'm destashing the jewelry and I'm offering it to you as an opportunity to find affordable vintage pieces. Let me start with the one in the thumbnail. Put my glasses on. I had a hard time identifying this. It's not very common. Okay, so I present to you a Seska Bohemian glass. Candy dish, footed, beautiful lid. First of all, I don't know if you realize, but the majority of the time when you source these items, this is broken. There's a chip or the top is totally gone. It's all broken. This one, look at it. Perfect condition. This is a candy dish. It's Bohemian crystal. This is from the 1990s, so it's not super vintage, but it's beautifully made. And it's a large one too. So you open this and people call it a candy dish. Personally, I would use it as body powder, perfume powder, and a puff. Why? Because it's big enough and deep enough for your powder, and it is tall enough on the lid to also contain your powder puff if you have a really fluffy one. That's what I would use it for, but of course you can put your M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, or fun size. Let me see, what fun size are we going to put in there? I'll put my favorites, milk duds. You can put fun size milk duds in it. It's really beautiful. It's not old. It's 30 something years, 35 or so, between 30 and 35 years old. It's got a beautiful pattern on it. You see that? And then the feet have a little curve on it. At the bottom, a little starburst or fans at the bottom. It's a nice piece. Not super expensive for crystal, but it is Bohemian crystal, and it is high quality 24% lead crystal from the Czechoslovakian Republic. It has a very nice ring to it. Very nice. I'm almost keeping this one. I had the choice between this and my 1960s celluloid Avon one. That's robin blue egg with 2 little angels on top of it, and I thought that one is just too kitsch, too cute to pass. So I've decided to let this one go and keep the Avon one, which I think I put on my Instagram at some point. But anyway, it's got a lot of little details. If you look at this here on the rim, it's in perfect condition. There is zero call out on this. I don't have any chip, no cloudiness, no discoloration. Again, the finial is perfect. Sometimes, and it's happened to me before, where I find one and then what happens is that at the Goodwill or wherever, Second Avenue thrift store, when I get there, they put the tape around like this and you don't really get to see the top. And then you get home, you remove the tape, and then you realize there's a major chip on the finial. Nope, not this one. Perfect condition. Very feminine, very elegant. Ah, I would totally put powder in this. Okay, so that's item number 1. When I come back, how about we stay in crystal with a vase from the 1940s. Okay, so I'm polishing this one because I really wanted to show how beautiful it is. Unbeknownst to you, I do collect a particular type of crystal vases. I just happened to find one in my travels. When I say my travels, I really mean trash picking. Years ago. And I didn't know what it was. I looked it up and I fell in love with it. I kept it. And then I found more at the thrift store. But I like particular ones with regards to the specific brands. This one I will not keep. I should because it's from the same brand, but it's not the type that I collect. This is Orifors, which I believe is Scandinavian or Sweden. 1940s. It's called Wish to the Moon. Oh, I need a black background. Hold on. Look at this. Wait until you see this thing. Look! It's got a bit of cloudiness here. White vinegar will take care of it. 1940s Orifors vase. Oblong, pancake shape. Etched with a little girl in the front in a nightgown. And then the star and moon are actually etched on the back of the vase. It is signed at the bottom right here, and it is numbered. This is a collector's piece by Orifaux. It's called Wish to the Moon. Let me give you close-ups. Look at this. I'm telling you, the little cloudiness here is me not being the best cleaner in the world. Just throw some vinegar on it, leave it on for about an hour, and then rinse. That's it, gone. It is in perfect condition. It is absolute gorgeous vase. I know it's very difficult to see this vase without a black background, but look at this. Okay, so it's from the 1940s. And then at the bottom it says OF-F 27693E2SS. I'm going to assume SS is the person who etched it, and then the rest is a series number. It is a beautiful vase. Again, I would absolutely keep it, but when it comes to Orifors, what I keep or what I collect are the more geometric, very thick crystal, not the etched ones. I have this one here. Oh man, I found this one in Florida. Look how dirty it is. This one is a Costa border. So my vases are like this without the etching. That's the kind of vase that I collect. This one is really dirty. That's the only thing I found in Florida when I went there. And trust me, I did about 4, if not 5, thrift shop. It's beautiful. It is such a gorgeous vase. Hey, for a little girl's bedroom, look. She's so cute. Wishing upon the moon and the stars. Very nice. Grab this. It's not super cheap. It's a collector's item. I'm just telling you, but this is for the connoisseur. This is for somebody who really appreciates, I'm not going to say modern, but whimsy and unusual pieces. Because you can't get any more unusual than this. Let me give it to you again on a black background. She's so pretty. So good. So good. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't she a dream? And again, the cloudiness, just vinegar will go away. Alright? Oh, beautiful. So that's Orifaux. Should we stay in crystal? Alright, let's stay in crystal. You remember how I said we were going to buy all the swans? This piece is phenomenal. This is by Mikasa, and it's the Swan collection, which they only made between 1989 and 1991. So what is it? 2 years? That's it. 2 years worth. So limited edition. Enter. It's gorgeous. A double-headed frosted swan centerpiece bowl, perfect for fruit salad, by Mikasa. It's Mikasa's crystal. This is made in Japan. Look at this thing. And I don't think you can see it. Maybe a little bit. Do you see how all the feathers are detailed? They have all the little pieces of feather. Look at this. And then the swan's face. So the double swan head is very empire, first empire-like style. This is a take on it, but with crystal. So you use the head as a handle, and of course you can use it as a planter even, on a centerpiece for a table, because this is frosted. So you're not necessarily going to see the pot you put on the inside, right? Let me see. Do I have a pot? Yes, I do. Oh, look, as a planter. It's a little bit short, but you get an idea, right? I don't have another one of those. Maybe in the other room. Technically it's a fruit bowl, fruit salad. And fruit salads, you want them to be deep so that all the juice goes at the bottom. You don't want them to be shallow. Of course, that's the opposite of deep. I'm so profound today. So you just put a ladle in there. So cubed watermelon or just a regular cocktail fruit salad. Put it in the fridge, let it chill. Wow. Just wow. Let's buy all the swans. Okay? I know it's become an inside joke, but let's buy all the swans. And it's crystal. I can't believe they only made this series for 2 years. Look at the bottom. They even have details right here. Isn't it neat? I think it's really cool. You know, I would totally keep that too, right? I am hopeless. Okay? We've already asserted that. Completely and utterly hopeless. I would keep everything if I could. Give me one more room in this house. Just one more room. And I'll move all my stuff to that one room, and I'll have like my dream. A whole museum just for me. Okay. Me and my nonsense. Let's do Shelley. Shelley is very collectible. Okay. Shelley started very early on in England. And the reason, I mentioned that in a previous video, the reason why Shelley bone china teacups are so expensive and so highly sought after, that the company folded in 1966. And when they folded, they weren't purchased by another company. They just closed shop. And when they closed shop, basically the entire factory with its stock and whatever else was in there, including the drafts, all of the sketches, their drawings, their prototype, their history, all of it, wiped out, bulldozed over. So whatever is out there in terms of Shelley teacups is all there is. There is no backup stock. Nobody has plans or any kind of written formula as to how they created the thinness of the hard paste, porcelain, none of that. It's gone, disappeared forever. So whatever you see and you find in terms of Shelley, may I suggest you grab it, because their value continues to grow over time. By the time we hit 2066, hopefully I'll still be around to nag you around buying my stuff. By the time we hit 2066, the company's closure will be 100 years old, and they would be just about 130 or 140 years old as a company. So 240 years. Your Shelley teacup will continue to gain value over time. And again, they're very sought after. This is a demi-tasse. The pattern is called Regency. And Regency is not their last pattern, but close to being their last pattern. They ran it from 1945 all the way to 66 when they closed. It is a gorgeous, super fine porcelain. This is light like air. Matter of fact, it's very similar to Japanese porcelain. This is, I don't even think that this is 1 ounce, okay? It's a beautiful, crisp white with gold. By the way, look at the gold. Perfect condition. I have no call-outs on this. And it has this pattern here, which reminds me of lotus. lotus leaves. Do you see that? Let me put it this. Oh, so this is a demi-tasse. You can find the footed teacup and you can find the flat bottom teacup. And then you have the demi-tasse, which is basically an espresso coffee cup. God, it's so light. At the bottom, it only says Shelley, England. That's it. Fine bone china, Shelley, England. Doesn't say anything else. So the pattern again is Regency. And they started making it in 45, right after the war. During the war time, as I was explaining with my jewelry box when I was doing the earrings, right? I was telling you that there was a whole time period where countries like England and the United States were under restriction and ration. So there was basically all of the war effort was taking on the foundries to make all the kilns, right? To make things for the military effort. Glass was rare, so they came up with bakelite, they came up with lucite, they came up with celluloid, right? A lot of that stuff started invading the market. So you got a transition from depression glass, colored glass, Bohemian type glass, you know, with the gold and all of that, to celluloid plastic items or very plain pressed glass, if even that, because again, glass was used for the war effort. You name it, whatever they used the glass for. It was the same for porcelain and china. First of all, the demand went down. You're in the middle of the war, London, and you're being bombed. You have to go into shelter in place pretty much every night. The last thing on your mind is, where is the Harrods catalog so I can buy me some Shelley? Okay, so there was a decline in that. As soon as the war was over and we had victory over Nazi Germany and victory over Japan, there was a renewal of the porcelain and china. That's when all the Nippon came into play. Nippon existed before. You could find it in the Sears catalog. But that's when they really invaded the market with a lot of Japanese porcelain. And there was a renewal of all of the British porcelain, Shelley in particular. So this is one of the first patterns that came up right after the war. 1945 Shelley Regency. It is absolutely stunning. I only have one. I'm not going to sell it for a huge amount of money because I only have one. And because it's not a early Shelley. It is not out there. Okay, there's still some available. The shape though is what I want to talk about. This is what they refer to as the dainty shape. You see that little scallop here? All right, so this is the trademark for Shelley porcelain teacups. That little dainty shape, which is flared and scalloped. The other Shelley that I have in the shop right now, which is called crochet, that one is not a dainty shape. It's a regular round, but it's, I think, even more beautiful than this one. So here we go. Enough talking about Shelley. It's in perfect condition. I have nothing to say about it. The gold is beautiful. There is no crack, no discoloration, no chip. Gold on the saucer is beautiful. It's a gorgeous piece. Get you a Shelley demi-tasse. And you don't have to use it for that, right? For that purpose. Put it on your dresser. Put your little bracelet, earrings and stuff. Please don't glue it, okay? I see people do that. Don't do that. That drives me nuts. Alright, when I come back, pottery. This is an interesting piece. I cannot age it. I have no idea how old it is. All I can tell you is that in the back of it, I suspect it says Italy, but I'm not sure. Okay. Look at this. Pottery lovers, you know, you've already appraised it. You've already looked at it and you already know, oh, Sophia, this is a really good piece of pottery. And it is. This is awesome. Look, look, look. You hold it like this. So what do you do with this? Well, you serve olives. You can serve olive oil with all of the herbs in it to dip the bread in. Actually, it's perfect for that. And it's very well made. Would you look at this handle? And it's not just the handle with that little twist. There's some little reliefs here. I can't tell you what it look like. Some kind of modern palms, maybe. But it goes all the way up to here. Look at the speckle on it, and the gloss, and that handle. This is a very nice piece of pottery. Very nice. So if you collect pottery, I love the way the handle works. It's in perfect condition. I really think it says Italy. Could not tell you. I have to be honest, this one I did not check with my group. You can use it like that too. You put your thumb right here. I would do it the other way though. I would do it like those candle holders. This is really cool. I love this. The colors, everything about it is gorgeous. There's a lot of details in it. It's well made. It's quality pottery. Okay. This is quality pottery. This is from a potter's kiln. This is not manufactured for mass market. It's gorgeous. Yeah, look, we're gonna have a continuity problem because I actually finished the video, and as I was packing up I realized I forgot one item. So I don't have my earrings anymore because I was modeling earrings that I'm selling. So this will be thrown in the middle of the video with lack of continuity and probably me looking a hot mess because boy is it hot in here. Okay, I already sold 2 of these, not the exact same one, but they seem to be collector's item. It's Mikasa Hearts collection. This one is called From My Heart. It says Mikasa Japan in the back, and it's a chicken dish that is shaped like a heart with beautiful relief on the side. Looks like lace, right? Isn't it nice? And then we got a pink center, and then some roses and pansies. Mikasa bone china porcelain. It's very pretty. It's very romantic, very girly. It's perfect, since I have my jewelry here. It's perfect on a vanity to drop your jewelry in. You know, it's a practical little dish, but it's also elegant and it's feminine. It's the 3rd or 4th one. They were all different that I'm putting in the shop so far, and each one of them sold, so obviously they're fans' favorite. From My Heart, Mikasa Japan bone china porcelain, and this one is from the 1980s. They made them as a series. I don't know if they had one every year or if they had one per season, but you know, kind of like the Avon plate, everybody was gifting them every year. Grandma was waiting on her new Mikasa heart. They are just gorgeous. They're very pretty. There's a lot of gloss to it. It's just an elegant little dish. You can use it as a candy dish too. Okay, so this time I'm really done. Going back into the regular video, I had to insert that because, as I said, this was actually me filming. After I filmed everything, I had to come back. My next and last item before I go into jewelry. I have never seen this. It's an oven to table bakeware. Some of you may recognize it. And it's basically a casserole dish. Has a lid with the handle that is flushed to a dome lid. And you just grab it like this, and here you go, you get your casserole. You can do beans, you can do kielbasa sausages in there. Little vent hole here, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, beautiful condition, almost like brand new. There's a little bit of browning here, but I think this is just from this being there all these years. So how old is this and who made it? This is made by none other than Royal Worcester. And at the bottom it says Royal Worcester And flame-proof porcelain. England, oven to tableware. Dishwasher proof. 1970. Royal Worcester. Palmyra, Bride of the Desert. Shape 21, size 2. Perfect condition, no call out. The pattern's very interesting. Very interesting to me. And again, you can put it in the oven. You can put it in the dishwasher. It's my age. This thing is from the 70s. It's 50 something years old. 50 to 55 years old. Palmyra. It's hard to pronounce. Oven to table bakeware. It's gorgeous. Okay, when I come back, we're talking jewelry, which I am letting go of so that you can start your own jewelry collection. So why do I want you to start a jewelry collection? Vintage jewelry collection. If you like jewelry, very quickly you're going to find that they are better made and that they will last you longer than the flimsy stuff you find on the rotating carts or whatever stands at your department store. These are gorgeous. I have 4 pieces. I'm going to start with the most interesting one. And I don't know if you're going to be interested in that, but I'm letting go of it. I've had it for a very long time. This is a bracelet that is called a coin bracelet. I don't think they make them anymore, but it was sold, this one in particular, was sold in the 1960s as a souvenir from France. And it's a gorgeous bracelet, right? It's got a clasp here. I'll talk about the clasp in a second because I might as well now. See the clasp? That's a modern clasp. I think the clasp was moved. The original clasp was a spring little circle thing. I think it broke or it was removed for whatever reason, and somebody, first of all, it's not even the same color, okay? Somebody put a lobster claw clasp instead, and that is a dead giveaway of a modern piece, by the way. If you're looking for a jewelry and you don't know, the hook, definitely 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up to the 60s. 70s, they started doing the spring round clasp. And then 90s and up, lobster claw. Okay, so this piece, and I'm being very honest with it, I'm letting you know, I believe that this here was a replacement, was a repair. But nonetheless, it's easy to find a spring one if you want, in that burnished color if you want it. Let me put it on, and then I'll show you details on it. So this is what it looks like. It's very articulated, and by the way, they make those in Italy. You can find them in Spain. They're basically like a tourist souvenir. That's what it is. So let me undo it, right? So it's a very nice bracelet, and again, it goes from 7.5 to probably 8.5 because of the charm chain at the end. So if you're looking for a piece that is very unusual, guarantee nobody else has it, there's this one for you. So the first, they're all coins, and they all have the Eiffel Tower on one side, and then on the other side they have something else. On one side is all Eiffel Towers. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, and on the back of it, they're a little bit different. So we have more Eiffel Tower, we have Arc de Triomphe, we have Notre Dame, we have the Sacré-Cœur. Let me find it. Sacré-Cœur is right here. And again, it's all articulated. So you can either wear it one-sided, where it's all Eiffel Tower, or you can wear it the other way, where you're going to have 5 Sacré-Cœur, 2, they're all random when they make them. They're totally random. They don't count. 2 Arc de Triomphe, 3 Notre Dame, 2 Eiffel Tower, 1 Arc de Triomphe, 3 Eiffel Tower. And then this one is a little bit smaller, and it's a Tour Eiffel and Arc de Triomphe, and it's all written in French on it. Made in France, 1960s. Again, I believe the clasp was changed to a lobster claw. But that's an easy fix, that if you even care. All right, so that's item number 1. Okay, when I come back, I have beautiful earrings and 2 tiny brooches that are just delightful. All right, let's do one brooch at a time, really quick. Here's brooch number 1. Look at how tiny this little thing is. Okay, it's a tiny flower snowflake. This is all clear rhinestone. You can already tell, if you watched my video on brooches, you can already tell this is prong set, so quality. Let's look at the back and look, more quality. What do we see? We have rivets, open back and rivets. Okay, this is not signed, but I checked online and I asked my group people, and they all agree with me, this is attributed to Coro. This is a 1950s Coro tiny lapel brooch. Could be yours. It was mine. Look at the fire on this thing. Look at this. All right, don't wait winter, because it could be a flower. It doesn't have to be. Oh, this is gorgeous. Now, why am I letting go of it? Because I have about 8 snowflakes. It's a little tiny. To me, it's too small as a brooch here. But on the collar, on the lapel, or if you tie a scarf, gorgeous. Hey, you can even put, as long as you really close the barrel, okay, you can also put a bobby pin in it, and you get an instant hair ornament. Coro, perfect condition, no call out, no fading, no discoloration. This is a gorgeous tiny little brooch. It's so cute, and it's dimensional. Look at the back again, because I told you, right? Quality. Look at that. Gorgeous. Let's do another brooch. This one also is not signed, but you can definitely find it online, and they all attribute it to Sarah Coventry, 1950s. You know, Sarah Coventry's been around for a minute, right? So in the 50s, Coro invented moon glow, which was basically lucite with a pearlescence to it. And they made the beads, they made all sorts of jewelry. Sure enough, it was a big success. Okay, that just like, that flew off the shelves. So everybody started making moon glow too. This is a Sarah Coventry from the late 50s. It's a tiny brooch. It's about the same size as the other one, but it's a moon glow one with some rhinestone and gold tone. Look at this cute little bug. Isn't she adorable? So can you see the glow, the moon glow on the lucite? So it's a cabochon lucite, right? And then it's got a filigree all around it in gold tone, which is in unbelievable condition considering its age. And we have clear rhinestones, including the one on top of the cabochon. They are in great condition. Let's look at the back. Here's the back. So now we don't have any open work on this, but it's nonetheless still very well made. You see how they curved it here instead of being a flat thing? It's to help it really stay and drape over your shoulder or your collar, wherever you put it. It's a beautiful piece. It's very small, but it's a beautiful piece. And because it has no direction, and by the way, it's the same with this, okay, because it has no direction. You know, some brooches, they're horizontal, or you wear them in diagonal. Just put a chain, just make sure this is closed properly, okay? And if you want, you can put a little bit of tape on it. No glue, tape. And then you just pass a chain, all right? And boom, instant little pendant. Same thing with this one, instant little pendant. I'm not selling them together. They are going to be separate. So again, I have the Sarah Coventry from the 1950s, late 50s. Moon Glow. It's a tiny little thing here with the filigree. Perfect condition. And a coral snowflake dimensional. Amazing construction on it. They are beautiful. Okay. My last piece. I'm letting these go. I don't know why. Other than I really, really want you to start a collection of vintage earrings. You saw my earrings, right? And by the way, I didn't show you these. These are really old corals. 54, 55 corals. Listen, I said it. Okay, coral's my favorite. I don't know who made those. But these are very interesting. The only thing is, they were some of the earliest one that I got, that I purchased. And I gotta be honest, I can't remember where I got those. It was probably on eBay, because I was all about eBay 30 years ago. I don't really wear them, that's the thing, because I like the round spray, the starburst, the snowflake, the flower circle. I like that. This is a little bit different for me, and I don't really wear them because of that. So I'm going to show you what they look like, and then I'm going to model them. I don't know who made those, though I think they're Weiss. They are supposed to be vertical. Clear Aurora Borealis marquise in the center. And then on my pictures, I can tell you right now it doesn't show. But maybe it shows on camera. But the rhinestones that surround it are actually a very pale yellow. They are clip-ons. I think they're Weiss, okay. Clearly they're from after 55 because we are using Aurora Borealis. They're beautiful. I just don't wear them because they're not round. I have a style. I know what my style is over the years, but I'm going to wear them so you can see what they look like. Okay, they're very pretty. They're very dainty, and even though they sparkle a lot, you can still wear them at work. They're very elegant. So these are north-south, but you can also wear them slightly to the side, kind of like a ear hugger or climber, slightly to the side, but you can't wear them horizontal. So this is what they look like. I hope I'm in focus. Yeah. Aren't they gorgeous? And they don't hurt at all. They're very comfortable. I just don't wear them. Okay, I don't wear them because they're not, I suppose I'll say it, they are not flashy enough. Okay, I like a big flash on my ears. Okay, like this stuff. Okay, this is, you're too small for me. They're beautiful. So they have a little bit of age, a little bit of fading. You see that, right? The closure is still very good. The snap, you can hear it, right? Still very good. And again, super comfortable. I like these. I like them. I just don't wear them. I want you to have them. So this could potentially be your very first pair of vintage earrings. I'll make them affordable. I want to make sure you get them. But I believe they're Weiss. Can't confirm, but I think they're Weiss. Somebody buy my earrings, okay? I'm having a hard time letting them go, but I know I don't wear them, so what's the point, okay? Comment down below, tell me which one is your favorite. And again, all these items will be available in the shop tomorrow, Friday, July 11th at 5 p.m. I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.